Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Naman, and today I'm reading out loud my University of Rochester writing supplement. It's essentially a question 5 years ago, actually, on a research project that you've worked on and that you want to continue working on in college. So I'm making these videos because I want them to be as helpful as possible for you to have some sample essays before you start writing your essay. Kind of see some sample structures of essays that come up really frequently, and yeah, I just want it to be as helpful as possible to you. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, let's just get started. Uh, Research response: genocide, extreme religious intolerance, dictatorship. Such concepts occupied the pages of my world history textbook, but I never expected them to exist in my lifetime. When I read David Pernier's Darfur, a 21st Century Genocide for my world history final project, I was shocked by the ethnic cleansing of non-Arab blacks in Darfur, Sudan. Reading stories of suffering sparked my compassion, encouraging me to peruse dozens of research articles and track monthly international solutions. Later that year, I worked with a friend to develop our own extensive information collection project, writing down rough notes for every involved international actor. I realized that today's crises could be mapped quantitatively by modeling motives of key political actors. By weighting connections among natural language parse trees using a sentiment analysis, we developed an app that could perform large-scale analyses for any international event from 9/11 to World War II. Our project taught me how people work together to prevent repetition of past mistakes. At Rochester, I look forward to collaborating with a community of leaders and advocates in driving macro political change. Anthropology experts such as Professor um, Ayala Emmett could provide valuable insight on our app development and relate it to research in diaspora, homeland relations, or Middle Eastern conflict. Living in a politically active campus, one that has indeed had a community-wide interfaith rally to raise awareness about Darfur, would augment my awareness of various political solutions to political exigencies. Finally, Rochester's generous research grants would allow me to continue developing our application. So if you read my Johns Hopkins sample essay, you will see that it's a pretty similar essay. That one had a little bit more focus on kind of the collaboration theme and who I was talking to, but this was a shorter essay prompt, so I didn't mention as much as I wanted to. One of the things that I didn't get to mention because of the shorter word count was that we actually got to win a research competition or become finalists at the MIT Inspire research competition. So that was something that I wish I would have mentioned. But in general, if you're writing a essay about a project that you've worked on, it's generally a pretty good idea to kind of give some primer to the reader about why you became interested in that project slash what as a result of doing that project what became really interesting to you. What questions did you ask as a result of you doing your project? What people did you interact with? What fields of interest now became open to you that you didn't even know about before? And the whole point of mentioning a project is not just to mention the project itself and exactly the details about that project, because usually those are pretty technical details. But generally, you want to mention what the project opened up for you in terms of, your mindset, what questions you have, what people you interacted with, maybe like if you participated in science fairs as a result. And ultimately, you also want to have a section or a few sentences where you mention how the school that you're applying to, the college, in your supplemental essay will help you um, advance your research project or advance your research interest in a specific direction. So maybe a professor who you would want to work with, or maybe some funding that you would want to get, or some people you would want to interact with in order to further pursue your intellectual curiosity. And basically, if you can do that, you're going to be better than 99% of the people who are applying, because you're not just talking about the details of your project, but you're also talking about the results of that project. How you became intellectually curious with something, how you um, interact with people, how you had questions about it, how you'll use those experiences to drive your college experience. And so if you can do that, you're going to have a really standout essay for these types of essays. And that's all I have for this prompt. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down in the comments. If you want professional essay editing, then I offer that as well. That's also going to be down somewhere. And I hope you have a really great day. See you in the next video. Bye, everybody.